Well, as ICE ramps up enforcement efforts all across the country, some people are expressing concern. And this week, a Central Texas couple filed a federal lawsuit against federal agencies about the status of a green card that they said they applied for years ago, but is still pending.
Well, KVUE's Kelsey Sanchez joined us now in studio to explain more about this story. Kelsey?
Queen and Ashley, I talked with attorneys who say they're working to expand their resources for people trying to navigate the immigration system. They say in the case of the couple that filed the lawsuit, that means going through the right paperwork and proper channels.
This isn't a regular bus. It's El Bus Sin Fronteras, which means the bus without borders. And it's part of Austin's Lincoln Goldfinch law firm.
It's a nonprofit that we're launching to go out and provide resources to immigrant communities, particularly in places where they have more difficulty accessing legal services.
Attorney Kate Lincoln Goldfinch says the purpose is to make sure people who need help know their rights and aren't scared to seek the resources.
We've noticed that there are fewer and fewer people showing up at these events, and they tend to be really heavy and sad events, frankly.
It's a fear for some Texans and people across the country who are either ensuring their legal status or obtaining it.
It's important to understand who is at risk. What we're not seeing right now is people getting detained at U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Service interviews.
And attorneys and their clients going through the process know it's not an easy one. A lawsuit filed this week shows a Central Texas woman with legal status married her husband in Travis County in 2020. 3 years later, in 2023, she filed a petition for her husband to get a green card. The document claims United States Citizenship and Immigration Services, or USCIS, gave the couple a 17-month processing period. However, the petition is still pending, and according to the lawsuit, the husband could be facing deportation. KVUE reached out to the attorney handling the case Friday, but didn't get a response. So we talked with another immigration attorney, V. Nonsavath, about how this process could play out.
Typically, a reason for a delay in a case like this that I've seen in my 20 years of practice is usually going to be a vetting process, meaning that they're looking into the person's background and maybe they're not getting the information back fast enough.
Nonsavath says government backlog could also be a factor, and there are ways to expedite the process by terminating the case and filing for a waiver.
If they meet all the requirements, then the person should be able to leave, go through their interview in their home country, get the waiver approved and all of that, and be able to come back with an actual immigrant visa, which is basically a temporary green card.
But because the husband in this case could be deported, Nonsavath says this lawsuit is a way to rush the process.
At the end of the day, it's about making sure that you do file the proper paperwork so that it does not put you in jeopardy such as this one.
Now, I did reach out to USCIS officials about the delays and process for filing a petition. In a statement, they wrote, quote, USCIS is responsible for administering America's lawful immigration system and ensuring the integrity of the immigration process. Individual processing times may vary depending on the time, on the circumstances and complexity of a case, end quote.